we're about.
All black.
Yeah, we are live. So
We are live.
hopefully,
Shit
this shit's
happens.
whack. I'm gonna wait
Yeah, guys,
until.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
You got it?
I mean, now, yeah. Nobody's in the chat yet.
Okay, stream ended. Okay, let's refresh.
All right, everybody, they're saying they see us now. So awesome.
They see you.
Everybody hit that like button, please.
Thanks you for tuning in. 1014.
All right, hopefully you saw the graphic for the event. So take a screenshot this Sunday. Hopefully that all came in all good. Yeah. Thanks you all for coming back.
It showed the graphic.
Yeah. All right.
So it's replaying the screen on you, or is you going live?
No, we are live on YouTube now. So
okay.
Huge shout out to everybody who's in here. We got Steve, Blue Brat, Native Made, of course. That motherfucker Roach. What do you all think about them making being a felony again? They're making.
Oh no, they're not.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that definitely.
They're making large amounts of weed a felony again.
Selling, yeah.
They're making, big dealers a felony again, which I'm not sure that they should do. I think you ask for a jury trial and you hope for some jury nullification, because people are going to go in that jury room and say, I thought we legalized weed. What are we,
But who's doing this?
The court of...
Yeah, all right. Here's a video.
The Court of Appeal.
Penalizes crimes involving marijuana. The state appeals court ruled dealers can be sentenced up to 15 years in prison. However, people caught growing weed illegally will only be charged with a misdemeanor, no matter the size of the operation. That decision stems from a case involving a man growing some 1,100 pot plants near the Thumb of Michigan. The same court ruled earlier this week a man delivering 20 pounds of marijuana could face up to 7 years in prison.
So
this is why oh my God, we got to vote, motherfuckers. Kim and Kyra for the Supreme Court. This is bullshit. Kim and Kyra. Kyra Harris Bolden, and another lady named Kim, K&K. The Supreme Court will stop this bullshit right now, okay? We got a chance to put it into that.
I'm not convinced that they will, and it's not the best way of going about it, probably.
What'd you say now?
They can be confused into believing the same shit that caused the Court of Appeals to rule like this. There's some complex layers here that, people think that they're doing the right thing. Well, I think a direct hit to this entire approach, because they utilize the health code. They utilize the connection to cannabis being on the state's controlled substances list to charge these felonies for the cannabis part of it. And this is a weird case, but that's the part that shouldn't have been available to them, because cannabis on the controlled substances list is in conflict with the newer laws and the superiority of the newer laws. We don't treat it like it's a controlled substance, yet this person's getting a consequence because it's on the list. So harsh because it's still on that list.
And that's really the argument.
Well, right now, but see, on November 5th, we got a chance to elect two.
I agree to vote for her. She is the best justice available to vote for. There's no question. I'm just not convinced that they get a hold of this case and do the right thing.
Get it in time. I think they would. Well, they're going to appeal it to the Supreme Court, and hopefully we'll get a
I
Supreme
don't, I
Court.
don't know I mean, if it's published now, I don't know what happened. If leave is being requested or if it's just ends there. I really don't know.
Yeah, I think, like I said, we got an appeal to the Supreme Court. Okay, that's the next. After the Court of Appeals, then it is the Supreme Court. And
Well, I mean, if it goes to the Supreme Court, that's by way of requesting leave to the Supreme Court. So
right.
we don't know. I don't know if that's been done. And then this is a published Court of Appeals opinion. So I don't know what else happened. It could have been they didn't want to hear it. Nobody requested to go to the Supreme Court. I don't know what happened. But I guess my major point was like they used, as the scheduling issue. But go ahead.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's the last last step of recourse within state government, and they could easily overturn that, especially if you vote for Kyra Harris Bolden and the Kim lady, man, because now you have a 5-2 majority. And remember, we hire these people, so that's what we could stop that one there. But that's the kind of same little technicality they put Danny Trevino away with. 15 years. 15 years on.
Well, he beat all the state attacks. And
5 times.
They pushed him over to the feds who he couldn't get around.
But and then the good thing over here in the Western District, you got Mark Cotton now. Okay, he's the Western District Attorney for the U.S. District Court over there. So that's a big change from what they used to have. Okay,
Miles Jr.
Yeah, they had the Western District of the state of Michigan, Western District for the U.S. District Court. I mean, they were just all fucked up. Okay, they were just like the gulag. That's why they don't come to the Eastern District to Detroit. That's why Schuette shopped on the Western side. They're the most conservative, pot-hating judges. But now that Mark Cotton's over there, the shit can change. Matter of fact, he was the one who went after what's his name? Those guys on that old board. The old marijuana board with Bailey and crew.
Johnson?
Yeah, Johnson, Rick Johnson. He's the one that put his ass in jail.
That reminds me, there should have been more charges, more fallout from all that shit. It seems like there's nothing more that's gone on with all that stuff.
Oh, of course.
I still think that we haven't heard enough about the people that benefited from it.
Well, I think we know who benefited from it. But the point is now is just make sure that shit never shows up again.
Well, now it happens very differently.
Yeah. Stop the bullshit. Just make sure it never happens again. They even got off. They got off of early prison time. Y'all know that, right? Rick Johnson, he was supposed to do 5 years. He only did a year and a half or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck Bailey, fuck all of them.
I wanted to get back on our original discussion a little bit because I wanted to talk about it anyway tonight. And I know some of this over the years been discussed because I've been part of the discussions. But just to reiterate, cannabis still sits on our state's controlled substances list. And not only is it Schedule 1, but when termed as, medical cannabis or something like medical grade cannabis, it's a Schedule 2. So that's even more irrational. In 2008, after the passage of the Michigan Medical Marijuana Act, there was cause for cannabis to be taken off the schedule because it became in conflict, not having medical value. The people of Michigan said it does. And that if you have one of the conditions that we think it might work for, then you can qualify to be the patient. Go ahead.
No, I just forgot to ask everybody what everybody's smoking on, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm smoking on some Original Z by Michigan Turf Farms.
But like I say, I wanted to get back to my man's point, Jamie. There has been legislation to take it off the controlled substances list.
Yeah, I wanted to get there. I wanted to go on for a minute or two if I can and bring this up to speed. So there was a lawsuit, and it was before the MRTMA passed. I mean, that makes it staying on the list even more incredibly absurd. But John Sinclair was a plaintiff. Josie Scoggin was a plaintiff. There's a couple other people, and it ended up losing. Gamorn was one of the lawyers, and so was Matt Abel in the Cannabis Council. And it ended up losing on technicality for a standing issue, which is really common. They kick the can thing by the courts to not really do what they should do. And at the time, we asked, Dan Nessel was getting voted in. We said, okay, don't fight it. Let it win, and then we'll take it off the schedule and stuff like that. And at that time, she said, no, I agree with this argument, but this should be done legislatively. So, and I started working with Yusuf Rabi many years ago, trying to do it legislatively. And as Richard pointed out, there was some stuff introduced finally. You had to go through a bunch of hassle to do that. The LSB, the organization that writes the new law or will do the language for the changes or whatever, kept on getting in the way. And then, one of the staffers got convinced that we shouldn't be doing it or something. And it just turned into this long, stretched out, unnecessary thing because it's a really confusing, complex issue to some people. And it never passed or never really got any consideration at all. Fortunately, Representative Jimmy Wilson, who has kind of picked up the torch, he's a representative out of the Ypsilanti area, for being a good contact and somebody who's really conscientious about this issue and understanding. And he's got on his staff Leah Schuyler. I mean, some people know who she is. And so they are kind of taking up in the House cannabis issue. They have a bill, and they're calling it the John Sinclair Act. And it is to do what we're talking about. But again, the amount of support, the amount of understanding why it's necessary, that's in question. And so it doesn't look great to get to move it as, we would like to see it. But as I pointed out to some of the lawmakers now, because it didn't win in the courts, because the legislature hasn't acted, there are now people withstanding. So there could be another lawsuit, but again, doing it legislatively and being really clean about it is the best way to go. So I just want to bring people up to date. That's where we are. So there is a bill that could get support. You get it more well known now, potentially, and move into next session and give it a better chance.
Okay.
We should do that, or this kind of shit continues. I mean, it was a weird case, a subtle case. I mean, some of the cannabis came from out of state back into Michigan or something. I don't really know every detail about it, but the fact that the Controlled Substances Act and its link to the health code is being used to bring felonies is the issue I have.
You have a bill number?
I don't know if they formally introduced it or not. It's written. They call it the John Sinclair Act, but I'm not positive it's been formally introduced yet.
Yeah, because it got to go through committee. So if you have a bill number in a committee, or even if you didn't, maybe we all.
Well, it has to be accepted in a committee, and it's doesn't get that kind of steam. That's one of the issues that we're having.
Right.
It doesn't really want to recognize there's too much opposition. I'll tell you what, here's the opposition is some of the lawmakers get easily duped into this, or they agree, and you have these judges, et cetera, they like to keep it there so they can keep on enforcing this shit and charging people with felonies.
Making money. It's part of that prison industrial complex that they're so.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, we got to get somebody to introduce that son of a bitch into a bill, and get introduced as a bill.
Well, I talked to them and said it would be. I talked to them and said it'd be a great time to do a press conference to say the Ketchboo case from last year, this is all screams, the Toohey case, all these things make it really obvious that we should be doing this, and it should have already been done. But we need to get the word out about it. There's a huge political aspect to this. Like I say, people like it there.
I mean, we could do some. I mean, a lame duck session. You could probably get away with something like that. A lame duck. After the election, and then somebody.
More stupid shit happens than good shit happens in lame duck. But I would love to be able to do it. We do have a lawmaker that's kind of working on it, so that would be That would be awesome if that were possible. I think getting into next session, trying to educate on it now, and maybe doing some lobbying on it, a press release, etc., and then getting into next session with it is probably where we realistically are. But I agree with you. I'd love to push it up, get it done.
Yeah, do
I mean,
it.
it has to be done. It's superior. It's inferior to these other laws, like catch move from last year. Properly applied it,
Mm-hmm.
and now it's in jeopardy. This is going to get used. I know that news thing that we saw kind of separates them, but this is going to get used to fuck that good catch move ruling.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sales of less than 5 kilos is a felony. 4 years and $20,000. Sales of 5 to 45 kilos, felony, 7 years,
Who put
and
that bullshit in?
500,000. 45 kilos or more, felony, 15 years,
Yeah.
and $10 million.
Yep.
10 mil.
That's always been the state law. Not always, but since they created it.
Yeah.
Good luck. Good luck on that.
Bullshit. That
So
better not
it'll
be-
never happen. But the other way that it could be done would be that the governor tells the board of pharmacy, or the board of pharmacy suggests to the governor that they should take it off.
Take it off the
Well, it's
schedule.
really extra fucked up. Yeah, what's really fucked up is that board that Richard mentioned, the old medical review board, had somebody from the board of pharmacy on it. So while cannabis is a Schedule 1, they
Right.
are sitting there approving these businesses to behave in ways that we don't treat Schedule 1 drugs. Taxing it, letting people grow it, possess it, use it, pass it around.
And they know that.
Yep. They like to keep it there so they can continue to fucking bust people. That's the only reason. There is no argument to keep it there. It's, again, it's inferior to the other laws.
Well, yeah, we just gotta keep hitting, man. Keep hitting. Just gotta keep hitting. So, they got a whole bunch of new representatives coming in. Because like my rep, Ayosh is not gonna be there, and Joe Tate might be there. Stuff like that. So I don't know how the state house is rolling, but
Well, we got Jimmy Wilson Jr. as our best friend in there on this issue.
right. Hopefully, we can keep the majority in the state house and the
I think-
Senate.
Well, we should. We don't. That's pretty fucking sad. But hopefully we
Yeah.
do.
Because these guys, we are our own best lobbyists, and we get our community together. Start saying, hey, let's just get a hearing, and come out of committee and get it to the floor twice, and get it signed. I think we are our own best lobbyists, because a lot of them, they don't know shit. It's straight up. They don't read shit. They don't know shit. They'll listen to bullshit instead of
Yeah,
getting
well,
shit.
so we go and we lobby, and some of them understand and they get it, and maybe they'll have some meetings with Rep. Wilson, et cetera, and that kind of stuff. But meanwhile, then the police come through, the judges come through, the prosecutors come through, and they're like, no, we want to keep this. The lawmaker's like, okay, and then
Right, whatever you want.
kind of change. That happened with House Bill 512 2 sessions ago, and Bolden voted for it, and we had the conversation
Right.
with her about why that was bullshit. So, I mean, they're not perfect. I mean, yes, she is the best choice to vote for, but no, she's not going to have great rulings on cannabis left and right. I'm not
Yeah,
convinced of that yet.
they smoothed the shit out of those legislators for that 5512. I mean, they put the fucking smooth. You hear me? 'Cause I went to that.
They got GCSI. They got the high, heavy hitting lobbyists, all that shit. They were
Right,
judges.
And then
Yep.
let's say, fuck all of them. Okay, fuck all of them. Okay, let's be straight up, because they work 5512 like a charm, man. And I mean now we, like you said, they fucked us on that one. They just straight fucked us on that. They smoothed every representative, senator, and the governor, man. Motherfucker. Excuse me. I just had to be honest with you, man. Because
Yep, you're right.
bottom line is that the judge can overrule a doctor, and a lot of them went to law school because they couldn't cut it in science. What the hell? So
Well, you're right. One of the end results of that bad bill is for like specialty courts. Ultimately, the judge can make the medical decision on behalf of the person who's accepted the
Not his doctor,
specialty court.
the judge.
They had every
Yeah.
prosecutor from the goddamn state in that little over at the Lansing Center, gave them a dinner and all of that. And then when they left all their talking points on the table, I snatched a bunch of them. I had 2 or 3 of them chasing me down to give it back. So fuck them, okay? Yeah, they had a talking point. They had so much printed literature to smooth these people, and it just bamboozled the crap out of them. I mean, it was a shame. Yeah, it was a shame. They pulled them lobbyists. So we
had meetings. We had meetings with lawmakers, with Zara Abbas, and with Leah and myself and Rick Thompson and various other people rotating through. And we got to a lot of lawmakers. We explained them. They agreed with us. Everything, said they were going to vote for us, vote for on our side unless there were other changes. All this shit. It came down to the day of the vote, and most of them just blew us off.
Right.
Wow.
Because
you guys did well.
And also, I want to say, like many people were lobbying, not just the group that I mentioned. Like Amy, I believe, was there.
Wasn't one group trying to convince them. There were a bunch of people from a bunch of angles coming.
Yeah.
Right. They had the goddamn prosecutors come up in there, and the judges people come in there, the judges lobby and all of them. And they looked at us patients like, fuck you, we
It was bad for business.
Yeah. They bullshitted the governor to sign it. So that's a first down for them, but fuck, we got to go back on offense, man.
We did stop the really super horrible ones. I mean, that sucks. 5512 sucks, but it's limited to scenarios with the drug courts. We should still fix that at some point. But that was still the same session. Also, like when the anti-caregiver bills, the MCMA or whatever was trying to do their thing, we did stop that shit. So that was a bad one that slipped through, but
they scored a touchdown.
Yeah. Lost that little battle, but we won the war that session, I think.
Well, our next war is getting a federal amendment, man. Because, 38 states already have medical marijuana, right? And if you multiply 38 times 2 is what, 76? And you need a super majority in the House and the Senate in Washington to amend the Constitution. Okay.
No, I think you need a super majority, or you need
You need 60 senators and 261 representatives to amend the Constitution.
There's a 66% majority, 2/3 too in there.
Right.
So I think the 2/3 is what's needed. The super majority is like 75%, but I think just the 66 is what's needed to change it. I'm not positive. I think
60. So. It's 60. It's 60. Stop.
Okay.
2/3. And then it's 261 House of Representatives. Okay. Now, in all the states that have medical marijuana, it's 38. That's what, 76 senators. And then you go look in the Senate, it's like 261 representatives, so 3/5 of the House, okay? And so when you start counting the states that have legal marijuana, the thing is that these motherfuckers work for us. They cross party lines and everything else, and just need an amendment to the Constitution. Cut the bullshit. And I saw today where Kamala Harris came out with a marijuana plan for legalization. I mean, she might blow smoke up your ass, but I know that 35 Republican attorney generals are wanting to keep marijuana as a Schedule I. Now, if they go back to states' rights, man, it's going to be all messed up, These guys, like the attorney general in Alabama, call it just a hoodwink and, hocus pocus game, fuck him. And they got medical marijuana in Alabama, but they half-stepping. So, but you got Mississippi that allows medical marijuana. Each senator that's a project. That's a fucking it's a project, man. That's the ultimate. Lots of what you need are national people to get together, and then we'll just nullify all of state laws. Make it just federal legal. Fuck the bullshit. All this shit, nothing but this shit. So I didn't mean to yap, but no, man, the vote, man. I've been working the polls, man, and I want to kick this Trump ass, man. I'm sorry. Sponsoring an initiative to stop the Florida vote. He's putting in $500,000 to stop that. So, just to vote against it, vote no.
I got a little video about but it's like, the different ads that they're putting out in Florida and shit.
Yeah, that's all the pot hater ads is sponsored.
Against it.
Hello, I'm Sheriff Grady Judd.
I'm Sheriff T.K. Waters.
I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivey.
There's too many kids going to the ER because of weed gummies and
yourself.
joints.
Marijuana.
Bro, listen to you gotta listen, man.
I gotta
listen to this guy particularly.
Kids going to the ER because of weed gummies and joints laced with fentanyl.
Marijuana is
Joints
Laced with fentanyl.
He's
He
never
said that.
That's bullshit. It's not a
and
real
joints
thing.
laced with fentanyl.
marijuana
You fuck yourself.
is dangerous.
And joints laced with fentanyl.
Marijuana is dangerous.
Don't get me started. Jesus Christ. Oh, fucking A. Are you serious? Let me stop.
A bunch of Joneses.
a bunch of
My God. Fuck Ron DeSantis. Okay. Fuck you. Don't get me started, man. I mean, if you know anybody in Florida right now, I know I do. Tell them to vote yes, okay?
Laced with fentanyl.
laced with. How do I get some of those? Where can I?
Yeah. Let's see, we got to educate them that when you put fentanyl in a joint, the flame burns up the fentanyl,
Right.
just neutralizes the whole thing.
We talked about it several times on the show.
I'm glad you did, goddammit. 'Cause
There's no evidence of people actually doing that, though. Like, there's no reason anybody would. Yeah, you
Right.
No, yeah,
Somebody gonna
it's,
make fun of my
it's
shit, man.
waste.
Man, fuck
You get
them.
more high breaking up the weed than smoking it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you get some goddamn drop the dog. Oh, we got fried your weed. Looks like fentanyl.
It's
Stick it up
keef
to-
or something. Yeah.
THCA.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Make all pot haters play on election night. Mike Rogers too. Fuck him.
worse, man.
Oh, he's Bill Shooty 2.0. Okay, fuck him. He the one who put Danny Trevino in jail.
Sheriff.
I ain't got no
Sheriff
love for him.
T.K. Waters.
In Florida, oh fuck him in advance. Excuse me.
T.K. Waters.
And that's the kind of money that your boy's putting behind to stop that initiative. He's taking my
Weed
money.
gummies.
Yeah. Gummies. Now you should lock up your gummies, man. Now, if you live in Detroit, if you live in the city of Detroit, you must turn the ballot over and vote for the Detroit Public School Board. On that
Yeah,
ballot,
there's
you'll find yours truly name on it. You vote for me, okay? We get
Is a
shit
video
right.
fucking up again?
I don't know.
Man,
What's going
shit's
on?
Pissing me off. Fuck YouTube.
Yeah, they probably get too radical for them, man. Can you hear me? No.
Yeah.
You can?
Yeah, we can hear you.
But can you see people?
So, I mean, I'm talking about on YouTube. I can
On
see
YouTube,
everybody on
He
Zoom.
sees dead people.
Yeah, but if you're on YouTube, you can't see it, right? You can hear it.
I mean, yeah, I think everybody sees us.
see us now. Okay.
It's saying my it's not receiving a good enough signal to maintain a smooth stream.
Oh,
Or
So
it's bugging out.
yeah, well, it's saying it's bugging out for me.
Oh no, I can see us. I can see us now.
Yeah,
On
I'm
YouTube.
just looking at.
oh, but
I'm looking at the fucking statistics and everything.
Yeah.
Analytics.
it's lagging.
It's kind of lagging, but not like it was before. All right,
Well, I got-
awesome. So everybody can see
Right.
this.
Oh, that's good. I can see. I can see you too. But tomorrow, I mean, we need to elect some representatives who's going to write some decent laws, man. That's what we need. All these state reps up for election, and you know,
Did you? I know you've seen the video of Vance where he's all talking about weed laced baggies of weed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not fucking the weed laced bags. Well, fucking fentanyl. The bags of fentanyl. Yeah.
Fentanyl. Yeah. You know, I mean, we got to get these people. I mean, debugged, because we got people gonna vote for Trump because he's gonna take away their menthol cigarettes, you know, shit like that, you know. Kind of bullshit is that? And let me go back here.
Yeah. People
Yeah.
are gonna vote for Trump because they smoke menthol cigarettes.
Yeah, he's gonna take away the menthol cigarettes, you know.
Who?
Wow.
Who's taking away the menthol cigarettes?
Kamala, she'd get elected.
Oh, you said he.
I'm sorry.
That's what Trump is saying. So yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Last thing I heard, he was telling people in Ohio that they were the people in Ohio were getting their pets snatched by the immigrants, and
They're
they were
eating
eating
the
them.
dogs.
Yeah. To the people who live there. He was telling people in Detroit that Detroit sucks while talking in Detroit.
I know, yeah.
And see,
he's going to walk out of that room.
Yeah, he's going to say, let the states decide on marijuana. And you got 35 attorney generals, okay, that want to keep marijuana as a Schedule 1. Okay, no change at all. Leave it alone. It's good. That's why they're dragging out the hearing till December. But yeah, give it to the states. Fuck you. Okay? Because, you know what they do. I mean, shoot.
Man, I don't think Rich has ever been this vocal on Jazz Cabbage before.
No, I don't do car kick the bucket.
Oh man, you had to get a new office.
Yeah, get a new office, and this one has a sunroof in it. You know.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a little bit higher than a little bit taller knots, and I had to take a seminar on how to read the new shit in here. It's just
Oh, all right.
Just new for an old IT guy.
Yeah,
you know, so
like all the
debug
bells
it
and whistles nowadays, and cars are fucking phenomenal. But one thing, the more expensive it is to replace. You know.
Yeah.
The worst thing about newer cars.
Yeah.
But they don't want you to buy cars. They want you to lease them nowadays.
You know, but
now people get fucked in the long run with the mileage.
Especially if you're a road warrior, you know, you be out on the road and run it up.
I mean, it's not that bad for people like with good play, like in Chicago or something. You're, half the time you're like parked at home. You could take mass transit anywhere you wanted, within the city.
Yeah.
But not here in Michigan, man.
Well, this is the big three, man. You got the memo. We driving a car. But I hope they expand the doggone light rail up there, run it, did it like it should be.
Man, there should be a fucking train running down Woodward all the way.
Oh, yeah.
all the
Oh.
way.
All the way.
I mean, they had a plan for a subway system here in the 70s that would run from like the metro all the way to Grosse Pointe and right through Detroit and all that. And you know what happened? Big Three said, hell no.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
They shut that shit down. Oh, it wasn't going to happen, man. It was all set up and everything. City Airport. It'll run out there to Southfield, right from downtown. They had a whole.
I mean, the Q line was supposed to be from downtown to Pontiac originally, and they just shut it down. They're like, nah. All the suburbs didn't want this shit.
That they've been had since the 1970s, and it's all
but what they actually did is total fucking trash. It is trash.
And now it got smaller and smaller and smaller. That's all.
We're gonna pave over those
motherfuckers driving down fucking train is that, bro?
Right.
Yeah. That shit should be elevated or at least have its own track, dedicated track going down. Like,
you're making too much sense, man. You're making too much sense. It's all bullshit. You know that, man. Straight
the People
bullshit.
Mover. I remember when the People Mover fucking first started, like when it opened and all that shit. I thought it was a shit because I was a kid.
Yeah.
As soon as I was an adult, I was like, man, that's a fucking toy train, bro.
But I'll tell you, all you need, that's so simple.
Do nothing. Yeah, I mean, what?
All you had to do was take.
Where does it go?
Nowhere.
Right.
Circle.
We called it the Mugger. We had a business down there. We called it the Mugger Mover because all it did was transport these people around downtown Detroit from one spot to the other.
At least 60%, maybe. Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, but I tell people to build an elevated track from anywhere. You can build it right out to Pontiac and all that shit. But it was so much bullshit that people wanted to build cars and trains and all. I mean, see, if you build an electric train, here's what we want to do. I put my solar panels on the Silver Dome, on the Rensen, right? Enough solar panels on a Rensen, you can power anything. You know, it's almost like fuck DTE with a regional rail system, hydroponic grow. Hey, hell yeah.
Just one of them?
Yeah, they're pretty
cool. One of them. Oh, everybody's working from home now, maybe two. Offices on the 42nd floor, office suite 420. That's right. Yeah. Fire up the school board, man. That's right.
It's the video was fucking up again.
Yeah, man. I just checked in with you guys. How y'all doing, man?
No. I mean,
everybody all right?
Yeah, we took it back to tapdetroit.com.
Tap Detroit alumni. Oh, yeah, it went out again.
Yeah.
Parsons is up on, he's with WJR, I think. The guy used to do the shows on Friday.
Stop my video if it'll help.
Yeah. See, right now I'm looking at the YouTube on the browser and everybody's black.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right on, bro.
Finally happened, man. All right.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. I can see the green square moving around, man. Just like a freaking video game, Probably got a little bit of lag in that thing, but yeah, I can see the thing moving.
I wanted to play it. I probably can't play it now.
The video, man. We don't want
to. They took down 4 fucking Instagram accounts, man.
Did they?
Really?
They worried about Russian interference.
Both Medical Mondays and 2 of my burger accounts.
They want to censor you, okay? They want to censor you. Maybe, I don't know, we did it on Twitter or something like that. Fuck Elon Musk, by the way. Fuck him. Indeed, indeed. But yeah, I can see you guys on the Zoom. Look like Jamie made it home. You know, yeah, he made it home. Yeah, he made it home. So good to see y'all, man. Good to see y'all.
You too.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll be out here working the poles and,
You're working your what,
you
Richard?
know, yeah, working the poles. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, it's all good, man. It's all
yeah,
good.
man. I don't know.
You got food there, Jamie. What the?
I don't know if I should restart it, but I think I'm going to restart it.
Yeah, restart the video. Restart the YouTube side of this thing because the Zoom side is working. This technology's a mother.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Aaron Rodgers. He
I've
sucks.
got to do it in parts. This is going to be part 3. We're going to get through this, and I don't give a